Welcome everyone to this next video class. We are still under file handling in Python, okay, and we are still doing binary file. This is what we have already done: write, read, and append, use of data and text file. The pickle module, under which we have learned dump and load, and also try and accept. Now remember, try and accept, it doesn't mean that it's all only used with binary file or file handling, right? It can be used anywhere else. The concept is the same, where you want to, if you want to catch any error, you can use try and accept anywhere in any of the program. Then we also have learn about enter record and also enter many records. Now the next thing that we are going to do is search. Now this is under your syllabus. As you can see, we have already done under binary. We have seen all the basic operation, okay, where we open, and in absolute relative, which is same as here, okay, where absolute means the entire file name from the root directory e colon or something, right? When then we give the folder name and then the entire path, right? And relative is just when you just give the name of the file. Then closing the binary file, then also the pickle module method, load and dump, read, write, create, right? We have already done. Also, then now the next thing that we are going to do is search. Now also we have done append, of course, okay, and you will see that what we are left is search and then update operations. But then there are many programs, once you know them, you'll be able to do other programs as well, right? First of all, why do we need to learn search? Okay, for what do we need to learn search? Search means searching a record. This is useful when you have to do program, like when you want to update a record, okay, or you want to edit a record. Means you have already made some mistake, okay, and you want to write something else, okay. The marks is, you want to change the marks, or you want to change the name, or you want to delete a record, okay. Another as search is useful in many other ways as well, okay, not just on these. Like for instance, when we did this program where we wrote many records, right? Now when we run this program, you see that we can just mm, enter any record as well, right? Let me just call it first. I've not called that function, and that is write to, okay. So let me just run this. So you just enter the roll number, and I enter, let's say, 8, okay, and then I enter name like Tiffany, okay, and then the marks, okay, done. Then saying, do you want to enter another record? Press Y to continue. That's because we have written so in this way, okay. You can also add here, do you want to enter another record? Press Y to continue, or press any other key to exit. You can even add that as well, right? Then now suppose I don't want anymore, okay, so you see that that one record has, it's already there, okay. So what we can do is we can see those record by just calling this read function, which we have already we have written just to open the file, okay. So let's just call this read function, okay, and then you see all the records, okay. So these are all the records, but do you see in the last I have given roll number 8 and 8. Okay, so this is a big mistake, because none of the students should have the same roll number, right? So first of all, when we run this program, when they ask enter roll number, we could have entered any number because we did not see the record. We don't we don't see the record. Okay, what number is there, right? So we can have some error trapping for this, and that again we can take the help of search, okay, where we will search the roll number. If the roll number is already there, then we will not take the input anymore, okay. So in that way we'll prevent many other flaws that may come while entering the record, right? So this is a program, okay, that I've written just to check that, okay. So all the what we did earlier in where we have to enter the record, okay, all this part actually I'm just putting somewhere else, okay. You will see that I'm putting here, okay. If x is equal to 0, then only I start appending and then opening it, okay. from this portion here, you will see nothing to do with adding anything. This portion here is just for searching. Now how do we search? According to this program, okay, I just want to check that the roll number should not repeat. The name may be same, but then roll number should not repeat. So this is very important when you create a record, any record. Okay, from now onwards, try to put this search, okay, this code where it will check for error, right? So what we are doing here, same thing as we did, and when we enter the many records like here. So when we just create a list, then we just start entering roll number, append it, then name, then we append it, then marks, then we take all the marks, then we append marks also in M, then we append again in list, which I've already explained how, right? And then we can open the file also after this, because right now from this line to this line actually it's just we're preparing a list, isn't it? So I can put this actually F1 open here after I'm done with all the preparation for this list to go inside the file. Then I can open. Or you saw that if we put on top also, it doesn't make any difference. But then let's just go in a serial way where you're preparing a list, that is LST, where you're appending the roll number, the name, then lastly you append this marks, right? After you're done that, then you open the file and then you dump that list, okay, that LST, right? Now if we have to search, the only thing what we do now is we open it, we take first the roll number, okay, we take the roll number and then we check first, we check all the records, okay, which means we'll open it for reading, okay. Once we open it for reading, then this will go through all the records in case there is some that matches that roll number, because that roll number entered will be stored in this variable roll number. So the checking is like this: if S0 is equal to roll number. Now why I'm giving S0, okay, now you will see that I'm picking all the list in S, okay, picking from where, okay, I'm loading it from the file, okay, this file, fine. So if one list comes, it gets stored in S, which means S will be like a list, right? So when we have a record, the first record always have the index 0, and we have entered roll number, okay, in the first index, so that's why we give S0 if it is equal to that one which they have entered, okay, is equal to roll number, then this record is already inputted, and then I'm changing the value of x, which actually initially I gave x is equal to 0. Why? Because when I start appending, okay, appending all the lists, preparing and then opening and dumping that list, I do it when x is equal to 0 only, okay, which means this dumping, okay, that is writing on a file, will happen only when x remains as 0. Now when will x becomes 1? It will become 1 only when this, okay, S0 is equal to roll number, which means there is that roll number here, okay, which you got it from a file, and it is same as the one you have entered again. Got it? Right? So if it is equal, I am changing x is equal to 1 so that it does not go here, okay. X will be equal to 1, so this will be false, it will not append, it will not do all this, okay, right? Now so this is just an explanation, okay. Let's, before I explain further, just see how it looks. Let me just close it fresh. Let me run it fresh. So enter roll number, we already have roll number 1, right? So when I enter 1, you see this record is already inputted, okay. Enter lowercase y to continue, that is same, okay, as we have done earlier. Now what happened here is that the moment you enter that 1, okay, roll number 1, it goes to try, and then I make x is an ordinary variable, just for checking purpose I'm making it 0. Then I open a file for reading. Okay, though we are doing a program to write many records, is it not? But then since we are searching, we want to search first. Okay, that maybe that row number may exist. So then we start the loop. Okay, in this loop, all all the list that is inside this file will be loaded one by one. So when the first one comes, then it checks in the first index that roll number which is stored in the file, is it equal to the one you have entered. If it is equal, then you simply print this. This record is already inputted. So just now what happened was it enters 1. So roll number has 1, and when it was loading the first record, okay, then S0 will have 1 also. You see, so 1 is equal to 1, right? So this record is already inputted. So you'll see this, and then I'm also making x is equal to 1 so that it does not do this. It does not add. Okay, that's why I've made it x is equal to 0 on top. Okay, because with now I've changed x is not 0 anymore, so it will not enter here. But suppose you enter something which does not, okay, match this, which is a new roll number. So none of the S0 will be equal to this. Then it will never enter here, nor x will be changed to 1, which means x will remain as 0. So when it remains as 0, you're doing the same thing which we did in the previous program to add many records. You're appending the list with roll number you already got from there, right? And then you input the name, then you append the name, then you take the marks, you append the marks, and then you put it back in the list, right? And then you open now for writing. Okay, once you open for writing, then you add that list, which means only the one which does not match this, okay, does not match, only that will be stored. So you will not have a duplicate copy of the same roll number, right? The rest remain the same. Don't confuse, okay? Same, everything is same except that we are adding just this, okay? Where we are reading just for checking. So this will go till the end, and that's why after it comes to EOF, remember it will give the EOF error, and XF will catch it, and then it will close it. So the file will be closed after reading. Okay, so then you prepare a list. After preparing all the lists till here, once you're ready with LSD, now you open again the file. You see, when you open again, then you write that list. Okay, then you close it back. Then you ask enter lowercase y to continue, or you can say if you want to continue, press y, anything. Okay, just give a message so that this is just for the loop, so that it will keep on adding many records, right? So I hope with that you have understood how to search. Now this is searching only the roll number. Does You can also search with name also. Name is input, enter name. Okay, then the only changes you do is same. Okay, instead of here in checking with roll number, you just make it S1 because name is just next. So the next index is 0, 1, right? After 0, 1 comes. So name is stored in index 1. So just check that the name entered up there, okay, in that name variable is equal to that name which is already in the file. So if it's already there, you can say that this record is already inputted, or this name is already there, right? Then you change x equal to y1 same way, and then you just if it's equal to, it will not come to this will come false, so it will not write. But then if it's a new name again, same thing, this will not match. So this will not match, and straight away it will not enter here nor do anything, come straight to the accept. Okay, if it does not match, then it comes to EOF. It'll finish entirely all the records. Okay, after which you'll get the EOF error, then it will close. After closing, then you will check if x is equal to 0. So if it does not enter here x, yes, it will remain 0. That's when you just append it. But now this time I have to take the roll number here because I do not take it up there. Okay, so I'll take the roll number, then the name is already there, so I'll just append the name also. But I'm doing it serially again because the roll number will be first, then name, then marks. Okay, where you will put in the list. First of all, you put roll number, then you put name, then you put lastly you put marks, then you will open it for writing and you will put the file. So now if this file also will work, like enter name. Now in the first record I think it's Jack. Okay, so I give Jack. You see, so you will say this record is already inputted, so it will not take that name. So let's give another void and let's give some name. Sarah is not there, so enter roll number. Because now you see roll number may repeat in this case because you're checking only the name, right? So but then I know that 9 is not there, so I'm giving 9. Then I just enter the marks. You see 9, then I say no. So if you want to give y again, okay, let's just try some name. If I remember, Gordon is there. Gordon is there, so you'll get the record is already inputted. Okay, so if you don't want to input anything, you just give any character, you come out. Okay, so this, if you want to see what's inside the record, then we have to call this function read, which I've just added here. So you can call from anywhere. Okay, you can even call from here. Okay, so you see I have that Sarah at the end. I hope you're clear. So you can check both also. Okay, now here we check with roll number. You can also check with both if you want. So after checking the roll number, you can then have another if, and then you check for the name in that way, and so on and so forth. Okay, it's not tough at all. Okay, you just remember that this is how we check. Okay, and we read first and we check everything, and even for deleting or anything also we do the same. Okay, we ask for roll number, which roll number or which record, which, because roll number acts like a records number also. So which record number you want to delete? If we say 5, then you start checking. Okay, 5. Then after you get that 5, then you do something. Of course, the code will not be the same exactly, but here it's just to check for, so that they won't duplicate the data. That's why we have written that way, right? So remember, if you see in the list, this one is in 0 index, this is in 1 index, of course this would be 3. Okay, right? So with this we come to an end. Till in the next class we will do delete. Okay, thank you class.